when they have enough common sense to be like, what's happening to the Wells and Candace Bly, what's happening to Don and Candace it's wrong. It's wrong. It's bad. It's wrong. So the dude has a right to defend himself, you know? So I kind of understand where he's coming from when he goes on these channels. But the problem with Don, and this is another reason why I don't feel he did anything wrong. This is a guy who thinks the best of people. This is a guy that I wish he would understand that you're not going to change these people. They don't think like you do. They don't have good hearts. When they bring you on to their channel, they're only thinking of opportunity for themselves. That's all. And that nature about those people is not going to change. It's not. Even if they come off like they're empathizing with you, they've already shown that they're even doing that for their own benefit. They're even doing that for their own benefit. Molly Golightly could give a fuck about anybody. Clearly. Meanwhile, this family is getting harassed. John Wells is a very religious man, okay? He's a very religious man, and he finds it insulting that a psychic woman, someone claiming to be psychic, would be jumping and making things up regarding his daughter and things that may or may not have happened to his daughter. He finds that unbelievably disrespectful. And he believes that people who are psychic or the paranormal or whatnot is of the devil. And I understand that. I don't necessarily agree, but I get what his religious beliefs are and what they pertain. I understand that. And he has a right to believe what he wants. And he has a right to feel that it's extremely disrespectful for someone to just talk about things that are happening or may not have happened to his daughter because you're claiming to be psychic. I could see that. See, and you're nobody to make that judgment, misguided gypsy. You're nobody to make that judgment, to say Don hides behind and uses his religion. He's a religious guy. You don't know enough about the man to say that he hides behind it. Maybe that's how he copes with life. Maybe that's what keeps him in line from doing worse things than he has done. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to make that judgment. Maybe it's true. I don't know. What I'm saying is you're nobody to jump to that conclusion about somebody and their religion and their beliefs. I wouldn't allow anybody to do it to you. You don't have any right to do it to anyone else, including Don Wells. Period. You don't know what's going on in his heart. Exactly. Not when I am a fact-based channel. So to judge their character is one thing, which you don't have a right to do either. But even still, has nothing to do with the disappearance of Summer Wells. Has absolutely nothing to do with it. Nothing that we know of about this family has indicated to me that they did something to Summer. I go by fact, people. I don't care what the personality is. I don't care about any of that. I need proof. In fact, as I've said many times, there's more to indicate the contrary than they did anything to this child.
Listen, and you're going to sit there and say, right? You're so positive that it's impossible for this girl to not have been taken. But you never went and scoped out the property. Did you listen? You say that you're going based on facts. Facts. You just said I'm going on based facts. Fact is, TBI said they ruled out abduction. Didn't happen. Abduction. Okay. So are you going to combat that? No. So I'm up and one of my Patreons. Listen, to be quite honest, Justin, what I heard on the Glarus channel just now, the 15 minutes is absolutely disgusting.
I haven't seen it. I didn't watch that because I didn't watch. What happened?
Okay. Did we ever get an update? Did the cops ever go to 110 Ben Hill Road?
No, not that
They
I'm aware.
did. Okay. Suspicious much? Right? Okay. One of the questions that was brought up is we cannot judge these people based on class or whatever you said. We're not judging it off of their journey home.
She'll joke on her deathbed.
Let me tell you something. I love them. They just saved me. There was a spill inside the refrigerator. They got it for me. She decided to tear up her room. They got it for me. They had the bravery to go back into Jake's bathroom. Extra $100 for you, my dear. I can't do it. And I also cannot be around it. I can't be with dirty. And they know it. But I was gone. And when I came home, like, absolutely, go ahead. They want to know if they can vacuum. Absolutely. Also, you want to talk about the protest. You can bring up the protest all you want. Listen, we're not Mother Nature. Okay? Maybe you thought that we were being drama queens about the temperature and how cold it was. But guess what? There was like an emergency. They put it in like state of emergency because of that snow and the freezing. Okay, we were there. We did our protest, which was mainly the most important. Okay, I was there for a while outside of CPS.
You were there for a long time.
No one was giving us the finger. Okay.
What? They said that?
On the channel. Giving you, no one supported us.
You know what?
Yeah, they did.
If you don't like us, at least tell the truth about the things we do.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't there. And if you live an hour away, I can't believe that you would even think for a second that a counter protest would be in anyone's best interest. You don't care about that little girl. You just use her name so that people will listen to you and you make no. I hope I'm not making a mistake. I'm not trying to cause trouble.
No, yeah, you are.
7121. Fine, here you go.
So right now she's trying to swat the Wells family. For what? She's doing it on a live stream right now. The family.
Hi, I think, can you please, my name is Marissa Zadinsky.
The family of a missing 5-year-old little girl. And she is wasting resources calling this police department, who's probably understaffed. We have at least 3 different law enforcement agencies, plus Texas EcoSearch, working on finding Summer. And she's calling the police on this guy for what? What's she calling the police on him for? And she's doing it on a live stream.
I'm calling from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Do you think you can send an officer or several to 110 Ben Hill Road?
Why? For what?
We just heard Don Wells saying that he has a bunch of guns under his bed, is what I heard.
Help Doug out. Face.
Can you tell?
I'm trying to right now.
Can someone go over to Doug's channel and say,
I'm there.
Tell him
there.
Golightly just called the cops. They're sending dispatch on the way. I want, if anything, listen, Don,
I'm there right now.
I don't want you to off yourself. I don't want you to off anybody. We just want to know the truth. Yeah, I do want it to know. If I called, Doug had a harder time. Well, you want to know something all I had to say was Niv versus Zininsky from Hershey. I'm one of the protesters. I've talked to him before. This is what it said. Who's going to off himself? Doug or Don? I don't know if they. I hopefully not one.
What an idiot, dude. Buffoon, bro. Hold on a second. So then there was this other dude. I forgot his name. Crude AF talked about him today. I'd never even heard of him. What's his name? It's something. Is that Doug? The guy with that channel? Something. Let's look at his dumbass real quick. Yeah, that's this dip.
I love Jackie. What's wrong?
Now I don't even have a timestamp. I'm not listening to this dude.
I've got guns down at my bed. Why do you have guns down at your bed? Not because of bikers. Bikers want to help. Bikers want
what?
Usually when the bikers show up, HAs or different kind of groups that are actually more so 1%ers, you'll notice biker gangs and real gangs Hey, how are you doing, Corporal?
All right, what's going on?
All right, so Donald Wells, I have a recording of him saying he's got guns currently under his bed. He's a felon, and they have domestics that you guys are aware of. And I'm calling you guys so you don't get call flooding, so you don't have problems. But you guys need to get a warrant or something for him having guns. And also, I don't want any one of your guys to get hurt if you guys have to go up there. So I'm concerned about you guys as well. You guys might want to check into that because I have the recording. I can play it for you right now if you want, but I can email it to you. Would be best. But he admits to having guns and ammo and things like that. So there's probably something you guys need to do as a wellness check and as a warrant. And I do have family and law enforcement and stuff. And just advising you, I don't want you guys not to do what you guys should be doing. And I don't want any problems because if someone does hurt somebody, I don't want to have that on my heart. And I know you don't. So what can I give you or how can I contact you or email you with the information so you guys can complete the warrant and they get it signed off over the phone or virtual over the computer, however you guys have to be able to go over there?
Well, I'm not sure we got enough for a warrant there.
Well, he's a convicted felon with saying that he's got guns. That's not enough. And I'm kind of concerned because your number came up Florida, and I'm looking for Tennessee.
Well, I'm calling you from Hawkins County, Tennessee. I guarantee you.
Okay. I believe.
I mean, the fact he's saying this, where's he saying this, on his YouTube broadcast?
Well, he said this on another channel when he didn't know he was live. And I was making fun of him because I'm trying to be a thorn in their side to make them to do the right thing, but I'm not trying to get people in trouble with stuff they haven't done wrong. But I'm concerned now because I see there's a possible problem with the domestics you guys had on January 19th and through October 2020, and him having a black powder gun. Now he's talking real life with real ammo, real guns. He's a convicted felon, and you guys know that's not okay. So if something happens to Candace or Grandis or even himself, or there's a murder-suicide, it's actually now on you guys. If you don't want to, I mean, obviously, if you don't want to do your jobs, it's on you guys.
We do our job. We're taking under advisement. They're supposed to scrutinize that. And, we will take note of this information if we can with it. I don't think we have enough for warrant based on a third party.
He's willing to shoot somebody. He said he's
Huh?
willing to use his weapons, and he's got guns, and he's a convicted felon. That's not enough?
No, sir.
What would be enough until someone's dead? Like, you know who Gabby Petito is?
No, I don't.
Okay, she was another woman that was killed after domestic violence recently in Florida by a Brian Laundrie. And the cops had a chance to do something. Moab police had something to do, and they failed. So did the FBI. Now you guys are failing. So, number one, I would like to file a complaint on you and your department at this point. Can you help me with that over the phone?
Well, you can call our office during business hours.
I would like to actually file the complaint right now, actually. Who would actually take the complaint against you? Because your internal investigations usually is your own department or your own people. I know how it works. My family's been cops over 50 years. My brother was hired on in 19. He's over 40. He's 45 now. He's the youngest hired on as a sheriff. My dad, 39 years for sheriff's department. And he also took over Hill 500 and was a Marine for many years and has 3 Purple Hearts. Silver Star probably outranks the fuck out of you.
Probably does. I'll see.
Yeah. So what can you do to actually save your job? He hung up, people. That's the kind of service you get from Hawkins County. Now I'm going to tell you guys to call this number and voice your complaints. Let's get the calls rolling. Hawkins County. How's that? You guys are going to get mad the way I talk to him. We're his boss. We pay his salary. We're the taxpayers. They work for us. They work for us. Don't get mad at me. Don't be upset. They don't help you. Tell them hashtag FTFO as well. They can't do a damn welfare check? I know, right? This is now turned into not over just a Don Wells in the interview room. Now this is a protest against Hawkins County sheriffs. Right now, Molly, I hope you're tearing the shit out of them on your channel right now. I don't know how many people you have or what's going on, but I hope you're flood calling the same number. If you guys are watching and you don't know it, let me repeat it for you. It's hashtag FTFO. Tennessee Yaya says, yep, I'm pissed. American Honey says, lazy. Southern Gal 58 says, oh my God. This is just escalating it? What do you mean by that? Time up. TikTok. For them. Not helpful at all. What else do you do? I mean, honestly, everything that I've done is the way the protocol is supposed to happen. And they failed. So Don, if you kill Candace, you may get away with it. You could just blame it on Hawkins County. Candace, you kill Don or Grandis or whoever kills who. You guys could all get away with it tonight. Do what you got to do. Handle it. 3 pieces. Hey, Ronnie Lawson. The people under you are going to help you not maintain your next sheriff position, sir. Of course. You got to have big balls. What are you going to do? Come arrest me for telling them to hashtag FTFO? Screw them. Call TBI, Amanda says. Not my job now. Guidance in life with TLC. Probably Lawson's right there. Yeah, well, if he's not, he's probably home sleeping right now, you guys. He'll be there tomorrow morning. Unless he's off on the weekends. I suggest we continually call all day and all night. Sorry, my language. How dare you, Hawkins County?
Like, so on one hand, yeah, I think he should probably not be calling into these panels. Probably not, sure. But at the same time, I'm going to defend his right to do so. And I'm going to empathize with why he does it. Because he's got, imagine you're somebody who your daughter is missing and everyone is just spreading lies about you all over the fucking internet. Like, and you're from an area where you know, like, what, a handful of people, everyone you know you go to church with. Yeah, so that link is specifically for Don, if he wants to come up here, because I'm not ready to bring people on panel. But the guy has a right to speak his mind, and he has a right to be heard. And I'm happy to give him a mic in order to do it. What's up, Benny?
Hey, Donnie said his internet is patchy, so he wanted me to call you, and then I'll just let you talk to him.
Sure.
All right, here it goes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Donnie, this is my friend Will. He's the glare. It's just going to be you and him. He's going to ask you a few questions.
Yes, sir.
How we doing, Don? Can you hear me okay?
No, we're doing all right, brother. Best we can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I can imagine. I honestly don't have any particular questions to ask you necessarily, because I feel that you have gone over everything quite thoroughly many, many times.
Absolutely.
When you don't even owe anybody that. So
yes, that's right. I mean, we've been dealing with the police, TBI, FBI, and all like that. No, we don't owe anybody anything, but for the good people out there, we want to do everything we can for them, sir. Yes, absolutely.
since this case started, I want you to know I'm proud to tell you that my community here, we have been following your daughter's case since the very, very beginning. And I take you. And we've been sharing, every time her name comes up, we share her description and the details. And we do everything. My community does everything that we can to make sure that law enforcement gets the support that they need to find your daughter, or at least find out what happened.
Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you. It's about my daughter. It ain't about me. We don't care about us. It's about that beautiful little girl and all other missing little kids. It's horrific, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. It's because, we deal in facts here. I'm not interested. My audience is not interested in how you live your lives, what kind of, what your DUIs are, or what's going on with that. I wish you luck with that.
Thank you, sir.
But we don't focus on those things here. And what we do is we stay focused on the facts. And we make sure that law enforcement, like I said, they're the only chance. They're the only chance that Summer has to get answers.
Let them do their job. Yes, sir.
So it's foolish to not support them and to interfere in their investigation, which is what these channels have been doing. And I'm really sorry for that.
Yes, thank you. I so appreciate it. It's so much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Can I ask a question real quick? Is that okay, Blair?
No, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that the reason we're all here right now is because of the situationship that has happened last night. And so, I've been to Don's, several times while I was there. and I saw what they stretched out of context to be firearms as a pellet gun and a flare gun, which he is approved to have by law enforcement. Is that correct, Mr. Wells?
Oh yeah, but you know, I to be honest with you, Benny, I'll tell the truth. Yeah, I want to put it out there that I have more than that, but I have nothing because I'm scared. You know, but I'll just be honest with you, we have nothing up here.
And there's
Wow.
the whole hard truth right there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You hate
And
to
I mean,
believe
and
that,
this is
right?
Tennessee. I mean, I have firearms in my home. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people don't understand, you know, like, think about this for a second. There is someone just let me know earlier, Don, that it is a 45-minute response time for the Hawkins County Sheriffs to get to your
Yes,
property
sir.
from a call.
Yes, sir.
So that's 45 minutes that they're going up there for absolutely nothing when they could be looking for Summer, when they could be doing what needs to be done in order to get answers as to what happened to Summer. And people don't seem to understand this, or they just don't care. And I'm now that I got you here, Don, I got to tell you, I'm going to plead with you. I can't imagine, first of all, how difficult dealing with all of this must be for you, and Candace. I can't imagine, but I implore you, please, to just keep calm, keep calm, keep handling it the way you've been handling it. If you can, try to stay off of these people's YouTube channels, man, because they're just they've got an agenda from the start.
I want to fight back so bad. I want to tell these people how I really feel so bad. I can't hardly help it. I can't contain it. I'm so upset. We love our daughter so much.
I can't imagine what you're going through. I can't even imagine.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So
much.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel bad telling you this. It's just because, you know, because I have no business even trying to compare how you're feeling. I can't imagine a child of mine going missing. I can't imagine what that would feel like and how difficult that would be to manage. But please, just for the sake of yourselves, just,
yes, sir.
You know, whatever you do, pray, you know, just continue. Just, I mean, I feel so bad that you're going through this, but, you know,
but God is in full control, and you realize that. And I appreciate that
all
so much.
Right. And all of these people, what they're doing is they're trying to create content. What they're doing is they're trying to trigger you and trigger a response from you so that they get clicks and views. So as long as you never ever give that to them, and as long as you always understand that, you should be fine. You should be fine. And I mean, I can imagine how difficult it is. I can't imagine people showing up to my job in my house.
I want to thank you for stepping in like you have. And Benny's been footing this all alone by himself.
Yeah.
And I pray for Benny. We prayed for Benny today. Even our church did, because I told my church what's going on, because he's been footing this all by himself, and he was at a breaking point. And I commend you, Benny. And I really do.
Can I ask you a question? I actually do have a question.
Sir. Absolutely.
Do you and Candace plan on taking any civil action against any of these YouTube creators?
I don't want to do that.
I understand.
It's not. I mean, man, just you good people like you guys, Benny, doing what you're doing is plenty payment right there. What you guys do is so awesome that there's no way that you could ever repay something like that.
So you're just it's the way that what you're telling me right now is that you and Candace are simply focused on the positive end of these things and the support that you're getting, and that is enough for you to not want to take any type of action against these people who have been attacking you.
just friendship from good people like y'all, and what Benny has been doing this by himself. And then he's been at a breaking point, and he's got kids and his family to look after, and still doing this. Man, I appreciate you, brother, Benny.
I appreciate you, Don.
And for you to step in and doing what you're doing, sir, and I don't even know you or your name or nothing, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. It's like a prayer that we've been praying for. And like I said, our church prayed. I called my church this morning, and it says, man, we're at the end of our ropes. We're going bankrupt, and all this stuff's going on, and we don't know what to do. And we prayed for Benny this morning. And now all of a sudden, it's just like, wow, you come on the scene, and I don't know your name, I don't know who you are, but I thank you.
He's got a great, Donnie, Will here, he's got a great community, and he's on the side of innocence before guilt, and so he's.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the side of facts, because the truth is,
Right,
I mean,
right.
the truth is, I do have more reason to believe that you had nothing to do with Summer's disappearance or Candace. I have more reason to believe otherwise, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I care about is that the information of Summer is out there so that law enforcement can have positive support in doing their job and executing their job properly.
Awesome. Thank you.
And the fact that right, and the fact that you're saying this too should indicate that as well. Why would you want law? You would be up here trash talking law enforcement if you had something to do with Summer. I would think you would be criticizing them. But you're up here telling everyone, hey, let them work, let them do their jobs.
All you've ever heard too, Will, is that they've been fully cooperative throughout the whole
right.
process.
Yeah.
Past polygraphs, 7 searches, and here we are, this amount of time later, and we've got all the digital forensics in play, and here we are. So, at what point do you live the American dream?
Yeah, I mean, Don, my opinion is, I'm glad I have you here, because my opinion is you don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody any explanations about anything.
That's right, sir. Just my good friends, and I'll be honest with them all day long.
Not even, not even. But
I love my friends.
But if you feel like, yeah, of course, and you have every right to discuss these things, and you have every right to go on these channels and plead your side of things. But understand, man, because this is the thing about you that I've noticed. I've noticed that you're the type of person that sees the good in people. So you go on these channels and you assume that you might be able to get them to think in an empathetic manner and get to understand. But these people, they already have their minds made up. They see you as nothing but content, and they already have their minds made up. And then their agenda is simply to have you worked up so that people click and watch their live streams. That's it.
I'd like to say that everywhere that I go, people always say that Don is hiding behind his religion, and to me, that's someone that doesn't have religion in their life screaming, because that's what we do in times of tragedy. We really immerse ourselves in spirituality, and the church really, they circle around us, and so the propensity for someone to merge deeper into their spirituality during a time of tragedy is completely natural. And you have so many people that try to discount every fiber of this man's life. And let me tell you what, me and my mom, we talk every day about Don. My mom's even talked to Don. And it just, it's such a strange thing to see one human, well, his wife as well, and his mother-in-law, to see 3 people been persecuted to this extent. And there's been no psychological snap. No one's gotten hurt. It's a real testament to hope. These people still have hope.
Yeah. I mean, and
brothers, before all this tragedy happened, my daughter was in that church with us 3 boys because I knew that was where they needed to be, and that's where I wanted them to learn about end-time events and the tragedy that's fixing to happen in our country. Before any of this happened, we was in church. So that should speak for itself. You know, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, you know, and I don't want to put anybody down, but the psychotic Reverend Donna Sabrina, who wants to talk bad about us and everything else, we was in this church long before any of this tragedy happened. And my daughter loved it there.
Absolutely. Amen.
And I mean, you know, he's not, you can't say that he's hiding behind his religion when he's practicing it.
Right.
Like his actions are showing, your actions are showing me when you say something like, I'd rather focus on how kind your channel has been and the good people on YouTube rather than go and file a civil suit against Molly Golightly or Bullhorn Betty. Like that right there shows that you are practicing this religion that people are accusing you of hiding behind. That is a very turn the other cheek type thing.
We got to love each other and forgive each other no matter what. I was a hard head all my life.
And you would be right. You would be right if you sued these people. You would be right. I would support you. I would be like, dude, fuck yeah. Go ahead, Don. Get him. I would be like, get him. But I also absolutely support and understand and you know, back you up when you say I'd rather just focus on the positive. I think that's great. And it's a really nice thing to hear. It's refreshing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You know, I think it's amazing. Also, dude, let me just interject real quick. I think it's awesome that like Don could really take any of these opportunities that he has online in the recent past to bash anyone that's doing something ugly to him, and he's not doing that. You know what I mean? Like he comes here.
I watch it though so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he would not be wrong. Him or Candace would not be wrong in taking action against these people.
No, you're right.
And they would get a bunch of support over it, but and they'd win. And they'd win.
We're so tired of. I'm so tired of Candace crying at night. People, you know, we give a little bit of crap back, and everybody's crying. They're like, "Oh my God!" Well, Candace has been crying every night when they bash her and they say the things that they say against us, and it kills our heart. And Candace cries every damn night. I'm so tired of seeing it. I want to fight back so hard. I'm tired of her crying. She's done nothing but love her kids 100%. I've done nothing but work my ass off 7 days a week ever since my first kid was born for 13, 14 years now to support our children. That's all I've done is work 7 days a week to support our kids, and then some asshole steals our daughter, and all this stuff happens. You know what? But you know what? Forgive. That's what Jesus says.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna let you go, Don. You got any more questions for him, Will?
I don't. I just want to go ahead and tell you that you have all our support. I don't blame you at all. I don't think there's anyone here judging you reacting to these things the way that you have been in any way, shape, or form, because none of us can imagine what you're going through. So
thank you so much for that. It means so much. Love you all, and prayers for all of you guys so much. Thank you so much. It means so much what you just said. Thank you. And God bless you all. Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time to call in. I appreciate it.
For Hawkins County sheriffs to get to the.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
All right, Donnie. Well, I'll talk to you a little bit later, buddy.
All right, love you all. Thank you so much.
All right,
thanks
brother.
again, Don. Thanks, Benny. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yes,
Looking
sir.
ass.
Look at that.